Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey and Literature. I'm your host, Captain Mike. We're back here on the Space Coast of Florida. I'm my good friend John's house. John, welcome back to the channel.
Hello, I am so glad to be back on your channel today. Thank you for inviting me.
You know, I'm happy to come over here. 3-hour drive, but to me it's worth it to spend some time with you and your lovely wife.
I appreciate it. We love having you.
Yeah.
Love having you.
Well, it is hot as balls here today.
It's so damn hot.
It's so hot. I can't wait to get into your beautiful pool there.
Yeah.
As soon as we get done with this, with this drink here today.
But I'm more excited about this than the pool right now.
And guys, you know, if I'm at John's house, we're drinking Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
Because John, you're a Jim Beam guy.
I love Jim Beam. Father helped me grow up on this. Probably one of the very first liquors I've had would have been Jim Beam. So I had to.
Very good.
Yeah, I grew up with it.
Definitely not the first whiskey that I ever had.
No?
No, probably the first time I had Jim Beam was at your house, maybe. Oh. I literally don't know when I had my first Jim Beam.
Well, wait. You were with my dad at one time?
Maybe with your dad.
Yep, I think you guys had the first, he enjoyed that drink with you so much.
Yes.
Was that the first Jim Beam you actually had with him?
Actually, I don't know that we had Jim Beam that night.
Because I don't think you, you know what?
We had a gin.
You had to have had Jim Beam.
I think we had gin and ginger, and we had some homemade brandy and stuff like that.
I can see homemade brandy.
I don't remember Jim Beam.
Gosh.
Anyway.
No, that's all right.
I can't believe I didn't share Jim Beam with you, Dad.
We're going to do it now, though.
Okay. But as a lifelong Jim Beam guy, what I find interesting as I talk to guys like you who've been drinking whiskey not your entire life, since you've been 21 years old.
Yeah.
And
we'll go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. I've only been drinking whiskey for 4 or 5 years, and I love introducing new Jim Beam products to you. I mean, last time we came here, we had kind of all the basic stuff. We had white label, black label, double oak, devil's cut.
Devil's cut. Remember the devil's cut? Oh.
Yes, devil's cut. I don't know why, Jim Beam, you make devil's cut. You should just
get 86 that off the menu.
86 devil's cut. If you like devil's cut, comment below, because
God bless you.
I don't know anyone who likes devil's cut.
No. I don't care for it either.
Yeah, I don't really know anyone at all. I don't have any friends, so perhaps friends or people I know do like devil's cut, but.
Well, like Captain Mike is saying, I've been drinking whiskeys for a long time, and yet I learned from him, because we get acclimated to drinking one type only. We're so dedicated to it, and yet Captain Mike comes over, introduces something different to me. I'm like, okay, I've never had that. That's really good. I want to try it. Now I'm hooked.
All right. Yeah, I felt like double oak was kind of our favorite Jim Beam.
The double oak.
Double oak.
I remember that one.
Was good stuff.
It was good.
Well, today we're doing it's an oddball mixture of stuff. And if you watch my Kentucky Hall Louisville report, I went to Jim Beam, and all I wanted to do was buy one bottle. This is the only bottle that I wanted to buy at Jim Beam. And I bought 5 bottles, and spent over $600 at Jim Beam. And a couple of those bottles are here today, and I'm going to share those with you. I didn't bring the Lineage, and I didn't bring the Hardings Creek Frankfurt, but I think this is a really nice selection of different Jim Beam products. I've had them all except a single barrel, and I think it'd be great. But first, we're going to try Clermont Steep. Clermont Steep, yes. Have you had Clermont Steep?
I have not, and this is actually pretty much brewed, I want to say, or bottled near Shepherdsville, I believe.
It's bottled in Kentucky somewhere. I don't even know.
Because I know Clermont is near Jim Beam, and just before, I think that's the next exit, I believe. I may be wrong, but I know there is a Clermont, Kentucky, which is just before you get to Jim Beam.
This is probably bottled in Clermont.
Probably.
But I don't know.
It has to be right there. It has to be right there.
So,
if you know, put in the comments. Let's clarify that.
My vote's Clermont, but I don't really know. But I'm going to bet that.
Yeah.
Have you had an American single malt?
No.
Okay, so an American single malt, it's like it's been around for decades. It's kind of an emerging. It's like a niche part of the overall whiskey market, and I don't think guys really appreciate American single malts, because why would you? Because there's bourbons, you have that sweetness and that full flavor, and you have the rye, and you have that spiciness and the awesomeness, and guys are like, why would I drink an American single malt? Now, Clermont Steep is a product, you know who Freddie No is, of course.
I absolutely do.
Fred and Freddie No.
Signed a bottle of our Jim Beam for us.
Awesome.
Yep.
Now, Fred No or Freddie No?
Fred.
So, okay, Fred's the dad. He's the 7th master distiller of Jim Beam.
Yep. It's an old bottle.
So, Freddie is Fred's son.
Fred's son, I apologize.
Yes.
It is Fred's son.
Yes.
Old bottle that we have that he signed many, many years ago. And I have that bottle here actually right now.
Nice.
I actually do have this bottle. I found it.
Signed by Fred.
Signed by Fred.
Awesome.
Yes.
No, he was great. You probably saw my story that when I was there, Fred and Freddie were signing bottles because the new Hardings Creek release was out that day.
So jealous.
Frankfurt, and I'll tell you what, man.
So jealous.
So you were going to go with me.
I was.
Too, and you know you had to take care of some stuff at home.
I did.
And
heart-wrenching, by the way, that I missed this trip.
Like not a good friend, when I was there, I had thought for a moment, and I totally forgot to have Freddie and Fred sign you a bottle.
It's okay.
I was going to have.
You know, we'll let it slide because I do have a bottle already signed by one, so I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, and even though the bottle's fine. Yeah,
well, let me just tell you. So I joined a Whiskey Society Facebook page after a friend of mine told me about he did that in Utah. I thought it was a great idea, and I saw that Freddie No was coming to the Tampa Bay area to stump for the Clermont Steep, because the Clermont Steep was developed under the guidance or under the direction of Freddie No. Wow. This is kind of like one of his marks on Jim Beam.
Wow.
So I bought 2 tickets because I was hoping you could come out to Tampa Bay and participate in that event and meet Freddie No.
Yeah.
But again, you were taking care of stuff at your house.
Yeah.
But I do have a signed bottle by Freddie No for you for your happy birthday, man. Your birthday was last month.
Do you really? Oh my God.
That bottle is yours, signed by Freddie No.
I don't know if you can see this on camera. If not, I will bring it up to you later. But oh my God,
we'll just
right there.
We'll put a
right there.
We'll put it on the screen.
That's beautiful.
Here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Captain Mike, thank you.
You're welcome.
That is, you made me. You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. Oh my God, you do. That's beautiful.
You know, I had to take.
That is beautiful.
I took Mrs. Captain instead.
I can't drink it now.
So,
you know I can't drink this now.
Well, we have another bottle here that we've already poured. So anyway, that's beautiful. Just put away. That's
Captain Mike.
That's your birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, man.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. That is a hell of a great birthday present, man. That's beautiful.
Again, let's talk about Clermont Steep. It's American single malt whiskey. It is 94 proof. I don't have to put my glasses on here.
Hang on.
I don't have my glasses on.
I see 40.
It's 94 proof, column still, non-chill filtered.
Oh,
and this is 5 years old, so 60 months in American New Oak.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So I've had several pours. I've had almost half a bottle here of Clermont Steep, and I do really enjoy this whiskey. So I'm interested. Here you go, my man.
Oh, so excited.
Steep. This is a new Jim Beam product. This was just released this year.
This year. Oh my God, this is
brand new.
Amazing.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers. And thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Captain Mike.
Would you have thought this is a Jim Beam product?
Nope. Not whatsoever.
Anything like Jim Beam?
Not whatsoever.
No.
That is so far off from a Jim Beam product. That kind of took me back a little bit there.
Well, I mean, Jim Beam.
That is great.
The Jim Beam mash bill is 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. This is 100% malted barley.
You know what I can say? It's steep.
It is steep.
It's steep. that word actually rings a wow.
So what do you think?
It smells great.
Have you ever drank Jim Beam out of a Glencairn?
This is the first time I've ever drank Jim Beam out of a Glencairn. This is the first time.
Do you feel
you know what?
Do you feel a little bougie?
Maybe that's what the flavors come through. This is great. You know, it's easier to hold though. This is easier to hold. I'm going to be honest. This is actually really nice, and I will do it again.
I mean, this isn't the best, funnest glass to drink whiskey out of.
This is.
It's great for tasting new whiskeys though.
I love
because it's kind of like the wine glass, and it just brings the.
Does the aroma come like right through?
Right
immediately?
Through. Yeah.
I mean, it's immediate.
I feel like it.
So. Immediately. Yeah, this was.
I even feel like when I'm going in for a drink, I'm like inhaling as I'm going in. I'm getting even more of the aromas.
But
I think it's nice, rich caramel. I do find American single malts to be a little duller in some sense, than the rye whiskeys and the bourbons. But
Yeah.
overall,
Well, I gotta say, it's steep.
I do like this whiskey. Now, I did recently have the Clermont Steep. I had the Stranahan Single Malt and the High West High Country. And I did prefer the Stranahans to the Clermont Steep, but the Clermont Steep, I do really like it. It has a little bit more of a kick.
Damn, it does have a kick.
So 80% is malted barley and 20% is golden Pilsner barley. So
Okay.
I think that's a bit of that flavor difference that I noticed.
Wow. This is wonderful.
I think it's rich.
This is good.
It has a nice mouthfeel. I think it is a really nice whiskey. I'm happy to drink this.
I agree with you, Captain Mike. This is actually really wonderful. And you know what? For a birthday gift, appreciate this very much. Signed bottle of the Clermont Steep. I probably could not ask for anything better. This is really good.
Awesome.
I mean, I am shocked. Wow. That's
So
going to go down quickly.
So specs and stats. This is $59.99.
Man.
I didn't see this in any of the whiskey stores, any of the liquor stores that I go to, but now I see it everywhere. I see it Total Wine. I see it at all my local stores. I think Jim Beam is really making a push to push forward with this, and I'm excited.
You know, Captain Mike, I would pay $60 for that.
I think
I absolutely would. I would pay $60 for that for sure.
Okay, so let's take it up a notch here.
Thank you.
And so we're going to do another American single malt, but before we do a single malt, we're going to have a little shot of cognac.
Oh, man.
So have you ever had Courvoisier VSOP?
I have not, and I spoke with Captain Mike about that earlier, about have I ever had it before. He, thank goodness I watch his videos and follow him. So make sure you hit that follow me button or subscribe button, because this is how we learn, fellas. Especially for those that have been drinking for a long time. This is how we educate ourselves.
I've been having a great time. Again, I've been drinking 4 or 5 years. Grew up Mormon, didn't drink for a very long time. Been drinking since I was maybe 45, 46 years old. And so to me, it's been an education and it's been a fun experience. So Distiller Share is the next Jim Beam product that we're going to drink. And it's an American single malt. All right, so let's talk about this. Distiller Share, I bought this while I was at Jim Beam. And I think that going to distilleries and getting distillery-only products like this is one of the reasons that we should go to distilleries. Like,
absolutely.
Once you go once or twice, you know how whiskey's made.
You know how it's made. You got to support the distilleries, and it's an education in itself.
Absolutely.
It really is.
So, I really think that Freddie No wants to like blaze new trails, and he's doing this by Clermont Steep is like going to be like the new base. Kind of like the white label is the base of the bourbon. And then all the other bourbons that Jim Beam puts out is based on the white label. So Clermont Steep is going to be the base, this is all my supposition, of Jim Beam's American single malt line. So what they do, this Distiller Share, I think is Clermont Steep. It's a little bit older, and they finished part of this whiskey in Courvoisier, VSOP, and Courvoisier XO Cognac cask.
Wow.
So I bought this Courvoisier because I'm like, so there should be notes of cognac in this whiskey, but
That's what I'm thinking as well.
I never had cognac.
Yeah.
So I bought that cognac just so I could see if I could taste it.
And then go to here.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think?
I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so
wow.
Cognac. Courvoisier. This was $39.99, I believe.
I've never had this.
I believe cognac is brandy from the Cognac region of France, maybe. I don't know.
Whoa.
What do you think about Courvoisier?
I like
VSOP.
I love it. I am not turned off by this whatsoever.
I feel like it's got a rich, red note. I feel like a red wine, but like strong wine.
You got it on the red.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and when I said red wine to Mrs. Captain, she was like shaking her head no. And she drinks a lot more wine than I do. Maybe it's not really a red wine note. It's just what I think.
Has Mrs. Captain tried this before?
She has.
Okay. What did she think?
Yeah, she liked it. Yeah. you know, it's 40 ABV, I believe, and so it's stronger than her wines and whatnot.
Oh, absolutely stronger than the
yes,
wines. Yeah, for
yes.
sure. But,
oh, this is a
wow,
screw top.
Mind if I go ahead and, oh, you're already done?
Dude, mine is gone already. Mine's gone,
I was
bro.
just being polite.
Mine is gone. Dude, it is so hot right now.
Yeah, I think, well, we're here on the Space Coast of sunny Florida, obviously, and I think our, last time I checked our thermostat was earlier this afternoon. We were at 105.
Whoa!
So, I have no clue what it is right now. That's,
okay.
It's hot.
And
It's hot.
I do obviously have my Jim Beam hat on because we're drinking Jim Beam, and I picked this up when I was at the distillery. I should have gotten a white one and had Fred Noah sign it. Like I thought about it afterwards,
That would have been a great idea.
How awesome would that have been?
That would have been cool. But you know what? Did you get a bottle signed too?
I do.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is awesome.
Yes, actually,
I'm going to cherish this.
because this bottle here I bought at the distillery.
Yes.
It's not signed, and we went to the event, and Freddie Noah was there. We had 2 tickets, took him as
That's
his
the one in
captain.
Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we had, I got 2 bottles, so I have one
remember
signed.
you going. All
All right, so let's talk about the distiller's share here again.
that I'm excited to try, to see what the resemblance is.
It's an American single malt. It's also from Clermont, distillery location, Clermont. So I think it's Clermont Steep.
Yeah.
Now, but Clermont Steep is 94 proof. This is 109 proof.
Holy.
Yeah, a nice healthy bump. And 65% of the whiskey was aged in American white oak cask for 44 months. 17% was finished in Courvoisier VSOP cask for 66 months.
Wow.
And 18% was finished in Courvoisier XO cask. Now, I didn't buy any Courvoisier XO because they didn't have any Total Wine.
Damn.
And it's like 160 bucks for a bottle. So I didn't buy it.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was
a
going
little bit out of my budget too.
but they didn't have any anyway. So Jim Beam, Distiller's Share, and I believe that they're on batch number 4. This is batch 2. So they're doing different experiments is what they're doing at the distillery. And so this is, I think, a great one. This was $70 for this 375 milliliter bottle.
Yeah.
Just like when I went to Jack Daniels, I bought a Jack Daniels distillery only product, bought one of Stranahan's, actually 2 of Stranahan's. I bought one of Peerless as well, and I think that's a real good reason to go to the distilleries is find these experimental type products and see what else is out there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited. Oh my gosh.
So this, I believe, is Clermont Steep, a little younger, higher proof, and finishing cognac cask.
I can just, damn, that smells good.
Do you smell that cognac in there?
You know what? I do.
Me too.
I smell the cognac for sure.
I think that what you're going to see is, in the future, you're going to see bottles of Clermont Steep at the store, finished in cognac cask, finished in port cask, finished in rum cask, and just all different kinds of experiments. And I think Clermont Steep is going to be like a whole line of new products. So I'm excited about it.
This is great. Ooh, man. Mother God.
You can definitely taste that proof bump.
That is a
15 proof higher.
That is a hit. That will put some hair on your legs.
I would say it's also it's richer as well. Like I feel like it has more depth. Than the Clermont Steep. Like
I agree with you, Captain Mike. It has some depth for sure, my friend. And but I'm going to go back in because it is that good. It's
I oftentimes when I'm nosing the whiskey, I'm catching some notes, and then I go in for a sip.
I tell you, this is unexpected. Whew, that's an unexpected hit. I'm gonna have a little bit of water. Shit.
I feel like as I go in for this sip, I'm inhaling, and it's going across my mouth and my tongue and down the back of my throat, or that breath, that nose, more deeply than when I'm just nosing it.
Man.
And I get more of those notes, and I think it's a really nice nose. I think it's better than the Clermont Steep. It's just richer and deeper and has those cognac notes. I think it's just a floral note. I think rich.
Rich, for
it's
sure.
more viscous, I think, just oilier or.
You know what?
Viscous.
Oily. Is that something I can actually say?
I think viscous is the word.
Is viscous the correct word for
I think
this?
viscous means
because it is when you right when you sip this, you hit it right away.
Yes.
I mean, right away. Whoa, slurred my word on that one.
And I feel like Clermont Steep, like it does finish it with a bit of a hit, like a bit of spice to it. but I think this Distiller Share Batch 2 has more of that.
I am glad I sipped this and did not shoot this. Jeez, my God, I might be resuscitated. But it's really good. I mean, this would be something I would actually pour for. I would show that off. Yes. I would actually show that one off. I mean, that is something else.
This bottle here is going to be. Damn. It's going to take me a very long while to finish this bottle.
I think so too.
Like, I bought a bottle of that Jack Daniel's, a distillery only product, and I have about this much left in it. Do you? And it's been that much for probably 6 months. You know, I'm just not because you can never buy this again.
You can never get that again. So, my God, I would, and you know what? I appreciate you sharing this with me. Now, I really do. This is an experience.
Do you think this is twice as good? Because it's twice as expensive as the Clermont Steep.
I'll tell you what. This would be something if they sell it.
Yes.
This would be to have out for something.
Not even a Friday night. It's beyond a Friday night.
Yeah. Oh, beyond.
Special occasion.
It's a special occasion thing. I would not just be pouring this into a Coke. I would not just, hey, come on, let's have a drink. This is definitely something special. This, oh yeah, absolutely, with the Clermont Steep. But I would hold off on sharing this for sure. This is a hell of an impact on your palate.
I agree.
I mean, and it's wonderful. I'm not dissing this whatsoever.
And it really makes me excited for what Jim Beam does under the direction of Freddie No in the future, and where they can take the Clermont Steep. That's really what that, I think, is about. Where can they take Clermont Steep?
That's something else. This took me back. I was not expecting this whatsoever.
I have something else for you.
I can't believe you finished it.
Oh, yeah.
My God, I'm just like, good God.
Yeah, good stuff. So while I was at the Tampa Bay Lukens with Freddie No, I bought a bottle of white label Jim Beam. And I said, Freddie, would you mind signing this bottle of white label and signing it happy birthday to my friend John?
Oh, my God, Michael.
So,
Captain Mike.
So I want you to just read what it says on the back of the bottle.
Captain
Freddie
Mike.
No there.
Freddie No. John, happy birthday. Freddie No. 7/18/23. Oh my God, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. I mean, Freddie No, he's cool.
Oh my God, nice dude. Are you kidding me?
I was like, dude, can you sign this?
I muted myself on that F word, but thank you. Oh my God, you made me cry.
And I'll bleep out your birthday too.
Oh my God, this is fantastic. Are you effing kidding me?
And like I just asked him.
I just finished a bottle of this almost.
Happy birthday.
That was written to my father, and there's like this much left. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Maybe refill it, but oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hug off camera and a kiss.
It's too hot for that. Too hot for that, man.
That's awesome. Oh my God, this. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe we'll take a picture of this after the video, but thank you. And it's signed on the front as well. On the back, happy birthday.
And
thank you. Thank you, Captain Mike.
You're welcome. He was so cool, and I didn't even think about putting your birth date on there. And he's like, "What's his birthday?" And he wrote it.
That's awesome. So, oh my God.
Anyway, I know you're not going to watch this, Freddie, but you seem like a cool guy. And
Freddie,
I appreciate that.
If you do see it, thank you. It means a lot to me.
And made my friend John's birthday here.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Let's see. Let's go with this one here next.
Damn, I'm loving this. This is beautiful.
Yeah. Have you ever had Baker's 7?
Negative. No, I have not.
Now, I've not drank
107 proof. I see the damn label.
Yeah, I've not drank a whole lot of this. This is 7 years and 2 months in the barrel.
Yeah.
It was barreled at 2015. Like you said, 107 proof, straight bourbon whiskey. So this is Jim Beam's regular mash bill, which is 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley, like all their base products. Except this is 107 proof and quite a bit older than the standard Jim Beam.
A little bit older standard recipe, but...
and I've only had, well, a little bit.
You've had?
Though when...
One question, Captain Mike.
Yes.
This is 107. How much was the proof on this
109.
one? Jeez, wow. That's going to be damn tight.
So when...
damn tight. Damn tight.
When Freddie came to Tampa, he brought a bottle of this that was 13 years old.
Oh my!
Oh man,
God.
It was delicious.
Oh my Lord!
Very delicious, man.
Did you get to take part of that?
I did. Yes. No, they were very gracious, and they had two bottles there. This one was a 13-year, and I think it's available occasionally. And then they had another bottle which I can't tell you about because they wouldn't even let me take a picture of the bottle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's something to be coming out soon,
wow.
I guess.
Oh wow.
And it was great. I really appreciated that experience. And you know what? I'm sorry I didn't write down the price tag of this bottle, but
I can only imagine.
But this is Baker's
7 proof.
Baker's 707 proof, 7 years and change. And anyway, just wonder what you think about this. This is a single barrel. So a single.
I know I'm going to like it.
So a single barrel means, for example, this. Well, this is a single barrel as well. Yeah. But the Clermont Steep, the white label, those are a bunch of barrels of that whiskey that are batched together. Yeah. We don't like to use the word blended, but they're blended together, and then they do a big batch of this whiskey. But a single barrel means that this was just, all that whiskey is from one barrel. So that does mean there is maybe a slight amount of variance in between the different bottles if you had different barrels. Yeah. And this one here actually says, I mean,
well, it has that devil's cut.
It has a serial number 77728, warehouse Clermont 1, proof 107, and it has a barrel number. No, it doesn't have a barrel number on here. But
no.
Anyway, but I've really enjoyed every port that I've
never had
of this.
Baker's 7. All right.
Man, as I'm going in for that sip, I'm catching all those rich, basic Jim Beam bourbon
Man,
notes.
that hits it all.
But it's Jim Beam on fire.
It is a Jim Beam definitely on fire, and I am getting, oh man, this is rich. This is rich.
Yes.
Whoa.
I mean, it's 7.5 years old, 7 years and 2 months. 7 years, 2 months.
Amazing how different these are. That
high proof just takes Jim Beam to a whole new level. In a single barrel format, you get all that nice nuttiness and that rich corn and that sweetness. I really dig this bottle.
Wow, that's surprising, man. The colors there that I would think would be in that Jim Beam there, but
I see your
man. I mean, the color is like identical.
Well,
I mean, you can, but look at the color.
Well, you see how this is lighter.
Look at this color, though.
Because this has been cut by water. They add water.
Yeah.
This is the same stuff, but this has, so this is a little bit darker.
God damn,
what do you think?
I'm not disappointed whatsoever.
Taking your Jim Beam
I am not disappointed
to the next
whatsoever.
level.
Jesus. And you know, I would not think about purchasing these whatsoever. Unless you didn't bring them and showcase them here on your channel. Let me tell you.
And I'm happy to bring them to you. Yeah, happy to share this with you.
Whew. That is enjoyable. Yet, I still feel... It's like a combination of Jim Beam. I don't know, steep. I mean, this is just... That's unique.
I mean, there's malted barley in there.
This is absolutely unique. Wow, I'm a fan.
Good.
Wow, that is great. That's the Baker 7?
Baker 7.
Yeah, that's great.
Which is a single barrel. And I honestly cannot...
You got to try this Baker 7, guys. If you're out there, you got to try it. This is really good. If you can get it in your store, that's really good.
Well, let's go on to the only bottle that I actually wanted to buy when I went to Jim Beam. And let's see if you and I can tell you the difference between the Baker 7 and the Jim Beam.
That's...
single barrel.
Ooh, man.
Ow.
Captain Mike, that's...
I didn't bring a
shocking.
Knife.
Oh.
Let's see how... Oh, let's see.
You may go get one?
Oh, here's a pull tab. Oh, maybe not. Oh, here we go.
You got it?
To make it... So, I have really failed a couple times on camera trying to open bottles. And had pulled my knife out.
And you're becoming a pro at this. What are you talking about?
Flicking my knife out and almost cut myself a couple times.
Seen all of Captain Mike's videos. Come on.
All right, this is $41.99 for this bottle. I bought it at the distillery. I assume it's available outside the distillery, but I've never seen it outside the distillery. So, but I wanted to buy this bottle and bring it to you and see what you thought. And I ended up, again, buying 4 other bottles. All right, so the specs and stats on this whiskey, again, it's Jim Beam.
It's Jim Beam.
77% corn, 30% rye, 10% malted barley. This is, ready for this?
Man, that smells good.
108 proof.
Holy God.
So this is 108 proof Jim Beam.
So we have just gone from 7, 8.
Yes. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it back down with the last bottle here.
Oh.
But this is 108 proof. So this is Jim Beam, and let's see if I have notes on this.
Jesus mighty.
As far as, I believe this is non-age stated.
And this is 109.
All right. Yes.
So we have 109,
7, 8, 9.
and 8. Jeez, my God, that's a...
Bringing the fire tonight.
It's, we're on fire. But you know what? No complaints out of me whatsoever. I mean, not one have I disliked whatsoever. These are very enjoyable.
So, okay.
I would treasure this for sure.
Okay.
Oh, man.
The single barrel is non-age stated, okay?
Right.
So this is at least 4 years old, but we don't know. Let's just assume it's 4 years old. Same exact mash bill. This is same proof essentially, right?
Okay.
107,
Yeah.
108.
Right.
This is for 7 years old.
Right.
I don't know. Can you tell a difference?
Let's see. Let's find this out. Smells.
Wow. That really smells like Jim Beam to me.
Yeah, it's a total Jim Beam.
What do you think?
You can tell.
Now, does it smell different than the Baker's?
You know what? I'm going to say it is. I don't know if I could tell the difference practically.
Do you need some more Baker's?
You know what? I'm not going to say no. So let me take this Baker's glass right here.
All right. So just can you tell?
I want to smell the two. I'd like to just smell the two.
All right. So Baker's on the right for you. Baker's on the left for me.
Okay. Baker's it's a little stronger. From what I'm smelling here on the note. No. Everyone's different. Well, all right, hang on.
I think the Jim Beam single barrel smells sweeter and a little nuttier.
It is.
Now, is your right hand there Baker's?
This is Baker's.
Okay. My right hand's Jim Beam single barrel.
Damn, I'm still having a hard time.
I'm getting some.
They are so.
It just smells that Jim Beam nutty profile, whereas
you take a deep hit, and then do the other one. It's you know what? I would not be able to tell in the smell. For me, Captain Mike. I take a deep hit on each one. Man, it's hard. I mean, blind taste test. I wouldn't.
There's no way.
On the smell, I could not.
No
I would
way.
not. There's no way.
I don't think so. Not for me.
But I'm ready to try it.
Again, I feel like there's more of that
Damn.
nutty profile. All right, let me hit the Baker's again.
Ooh. No. Like you said, Captain Mike, nutty profile on that for sure. It is a heavy.
It's more Jim Beam, right?
Yeah, that's more Jim Beam. Damn.
I'm gonna say less nutty, and I actually feel the proof a little more on the Baker's than I do on the single barrel.
I feel the proof. I think you're right. The proof you feel on that Baker 7, correct? Is that what you're feeling on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that proof of the Baker 7 over this one.
Even though, I mean,
Even though it's 109 proof.
108, yeah. I mean,
wait, that's a 108.
8, 7,
Yeah,
9.
yeah.
Yep.
You can actually, man, why does the 7 seem a little bit,
you know, maybe
it's a higher hit. I tell you, the 7 here.
Maybe because
it's right here.
Maybe because
this
it's
one,
older and you get more of that oak spice too on it. Perhaps. Don't know.
Ooh. Man, but they're so good. Well, I feel the Baker 7 has more of a, ooh, damn. That's good. Now I'm going to cleanse the palate a little bit.
I know the Baker 7 is more. I don't think it's a whole lot more than this $41.99.
Man, they're
I've always really
hard to
liked
identify.
every pour of my Bakers that I've had. Yeah. This is my very first pour of the single barrel, and I really like the single barrel. I mean, I really like them both. But
if you had to choose, Captain Mike, would you like the Baker 7? I think you're probably leaning towards that Baker 7, aren't you?
I do really like the Baker 7. Again, first pour of the single barrel, and I do like it a lot too. And
I do too. I mean, I really do. It's
I don't know.
This is a hard.
I don't know that I'd be able to tell the difference between.
I don't think I could tell the difference.
I don't have that refined enough of a palate.
I don't either. I've been drinking for what?
Longer than
30 years, I say. That's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, sounds good.
But you know, man, I don't know if I could tell, but damn. I mean, I'm not complaining. Nothing that I have had has been something I would not buy. These are delicious.
I don't know what was in that glass. Just put a little water in there just
Okay,
to, because we'll have this Legent now.
Okay. All right, let me wrap this one up because I am not wasting this whatsoever.
So, you've heard of Suntory.
Damn, that's good.
Have you heard of Suntory, a Japanese whiskey company?
Can you educate me on that just a little bit?
Well, Suntory and Beam, I'm not sure if they, did they buy Jim Beam or did they merge with Jim Beam or they invested in Jim Beam?
I'm going to assume they probably have bought them, I believe.
I mean, because Jim Beam now is technically Beam Suntory.
Right. So
Or
I think
Beam?
Suntory bought them, but if you know, put in the comments.
So top of the label here, Kentucky, Japan.
Oh,
So this was a...
have you tried this?
I had one pour at the distillery when I was there.
Okay. Okay. Oh, hell.
And actually, I was talking to the waitress and I was asking her, should I get a Clermont Steep, a pour of that, or a pour of the Legent?
Yeah.
And she pushed me towards the Legent.
Okay.
So, all right, so
That's a
It's really-
funny play on words.
it's a really basic understanding of this whiskey here. It was developed by Fred No,
Okay.
and then it was sent, or it was further refined
Ooh, this smells
by the master blender from Suntory.
Wow. Okay.
So it had, and all I remember about this whiskey from the pour that I had, it was like, it had a really kick to it. And that's all I remember. And I had it at the kitchen table at the Jim Beam Distillery.
Yeah.
It says Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, partially finished in wine and sherry casks.
Okay, maybe that's a... Damn, that
A
just
bold
smells
Kentucky
great.
bourbon by a master distiller, Fred No, blended and refined by chief blender. And I'm not, sorry dude, I'm not even gonna try and say your last name because it's your signature and I can't read it.
Yeah.
94 proof. So I'm assuming what this
I
is
actually think I'm going to love this. This is actually really good.
I think Fred No picked out the casks, blended them, and then, or batched them, and then
Batch them
and
together.
then the master blender from Suntory finished them in sherry and
Dang.
wine casks.
Dang. This is going to be exciting. All right, I'm excited about this.
So there's non-age
Wow.
stated, I believe.
Look at that.
94 proof.
Man. All right,
you
I'm
go.
excited about this. This, I'm excited. Okay.
I think
Smells.
this is gonna be the most different of the one. Well, I don't know.
Man.
There's Distiller share.
Man, I,
So it's Jim Beam, finished in sherry and wine casks. I really like port and sherry and Oloroso and Sauterne and rum finished whiskeys and bourbons. I've only had one pour of this. What's your first thought?
wonderful.
Wonderful. John says
Wonderful.
wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's I wish I can, get my words to better like Captain Mike does, but he's
I usually say it tastes like whiskey.
he's the
It tastes like whiskey.
He's the pro here, and I'm just a 30-year drinker and who has been stuck to one item, and thanks to Captain Mike, I get to broaden my horizons on many different things, including bourbons, the whiskeys. Man, it's just
What a nice whiskey.
it is nice. This is a
Technically, I don't think it's a bourbon anymore.
I think it's lost that classification, if that makes any sense. It's a
Yes, I think so. So Kentucky Straight Bourbon, so it was bourbon,
yeah,
but then they partially finished it in wine and sherry casks.
and that's what I'm almost.
And then blended it together.
I think my wife would like this. I really do. I think this is one I think she would actually drink.
Mrs. Captain might enjoy this one too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
because it's just a Jim Beam
This is
with that port note into it. Like one of my favorite, okay, again, I can't do a video without saying High West.
I love High West.
So
I love
one of
High
my favorite
West.
High West products is the is their bourbon finished in import casks.
Yeah.
And they have different wine finished bourbons, and their double rye finished in different casks as well.
Yeah, this guy here got me hooked on High West, man. I got
stuff.
a bottle in that back door there. Oh, let me tell you.
I gotta start putting like a High West counter.
You gotta have a High West counter.
I made it.
I said High West how many times? 1, 2, 3?
I made it 40
3 times, right?
I made it 40 minutes
Well,
without saying High West.
Oh, well, now Captain Mike introduced me to High West, and let me tell you, that has been my go-to.
Okay,
But,
I mean, definitely red, again, just like in the Distiller share, but those are cognac. This is more, of that wine, wine sweet note in there on the nose.
I'm getting that, definitely it's...
I don't get that nutty note at all.
This is why I'm saying my wife would love this, because it... Sweet, has that wine, it's hard to describe. I cannot describe this.
It's not a huge proof, it's 94.
No, I mean, your ladies will have no trouble having this whatsoever.
I agree.
This is from.
Well, as soon as we get done here, we'll pour.
We'll have to give them. We'll have to give them a pour because I think they would enjoy it.
Maybe.
Well, you know what? If they're, if they applaud.
Yes.
This is really. And what does it say about us that we enjoy it too? Well, because it's actually good. Yeah, it's good.
It is.
It's good.
That is really good. Now, it's not as fire as the single barrel and the Bakers, and even the Distiller share had that really high proof kick. It's missing that. You can actually catch some of those notes more. I think it's a great. Whiskey. The proof is really nice. It's not too hot.
No.
And those sweet notes. It kind of tamps down that nuttiness.
Man, it's
of the Jim Beam profile, and but you have that underlying, but it just amps it up a little bit with that sweetness in that red wine.
This is the way to go. This is the way to go. I don't know if I could find that at your Ruby Tuesdays or TGI Fridays or your Buffalo Wild Wings.
You might be surprised. I've seen this at Total Wine. I've seen it at different places.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes the difficulty.
Damn, that's good though.
Are you ready to rank these whiskeys?
Oh my God!
And it's so different than
they're unique in all their own. They really are.
It's so different than the Jim Beam we did because it was Jim Beam all differently. Okay, so these are the 5 right here. We're not including the Courvoisier. Did you have a favorite?
Man. Okay, I gotta say the Clermont Steep seemed to be just so good.
Okay.
On an everyday drink. Everyday drink. Come home from work, I need a good drink. I'm going to go with the Clermont Steep for that. That would be one I would just enjoy. The Baker 7, now that's a rough one. That's rough. I enjoyed it. I would definitely have it again. I'm not saying no. But
so you're moving it back.
I'm going to move that back a little bit. Definitely Clermont Steep is in the lead.
Okay.
Now this one I know we cannot buy.
Can't buy.
Okay, and then that one, would I get that again? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. This one would be for a special occasion, private party. I would not be just pouring that after work or coming home from a hard day. I would not be pouring that for myself. That's where my Clermont Steep comes in, because that is just rich. I love the Clermont Steep, by the way. I love the Baker 7. These are the Legent. I gotta say, Captain Mike.
Yeah.
The Clermont Steep and your homebrew there from the brewery. I mean, from the distillery. These were tops, buddy. I mean,
these two here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tops.
Yeah, these were tops. Clermont, Legend, and what you brought back, which is, what is our actual name of this?
It's just a Distiller Share Batch 2.
Yeah, so there's no name.
No, just Batch 2.
Batch 2, okay.
Because this is so they have Distiller Share Batch 4 is available now. This is Batch 2.
Oh, okay.
So just Distiller Share.
Okay.
Yep.
This, make sure you do for a special occasion. Don't mix it. I would not mix this with absolutely anything. Coke, Sprite, don't even mix that. Put that on some, maybe over the rocks. Beautiful. If it's cool, it'd be wonderful. The Legend, absolutely delicious. I would probably save this one, but the Clermont Steep, that's going to be my go-to for sure. Okay. That will be my come home, I am tired, I need a drink and feel good. Clermont Steep. And by the way, Clermont Steep. That is going to be the go-to for sure. See, nice. This is it, man. I love it for sure. Love it, love it, love it. I do that. Not because I'm biased, because Fred decided, but I'm just saying that is good. That is good. And you don't you can mix that if you want or not. I think it's going to be delicious either way.
Freddie No. He suggested you use this to make a sidecar.
Sidecar.
Have you ever had a sidecar?
Yes, I've had a sidecar.
I have never had a sidecar.
Oh my, have you heard of the sidecar?
When Freddie No said it.
Well, my wife can introduce you to a sidecar.
Okay, well, yes. I don't know what a sidecar is, but Freddie No suggested that you get
Captain Mike will learn what a sidecar is today.
So, like, for me...
Captain Mike's never had a sidecar.
Never had a sidecar. Like, I think price-wise, you know, these, you could daily drink these, you know, 41, 59. You know, Legent actually is not much more expensive than these. Right. I think it was really good. I've just been a really fan of the Bakers.
Yeah, and that Baker 7 is actually really
I mean, obviously the Distiller share, I think, takes it to a next level.
Huge.
And
totally different.
I don't know, man. Like,
where are you going, Captain Mike, on your decision?
Like,
I mean, Clermont Steep. Do you really? Okay, is that where you are? Are you the Legend?
Maybe Clermont Steep, Legent.
Okay, and you know, so we're
and I put these pretty equivalent.
Okay.
Maybe I put Baker's a little ahead just because I can tell that age and it's a little richer. It's nice.
Well, you know what, Captain Mike, we agreed on these.
There you go.
We agreed on these. So that is a good palate.
Now, I'll just say one last thing about the whole Legent thing. And Freddie No had an interesting comment when someone asked him, what has Suntory brought to Jim Beam?
Oh, interesting.
And so I just wanted to share a little bit what Freddie No said, what I kind of think of where Jim Beam is going. Mm-hmm. He was saying that the Japanese came and they were like, okay, in America, you develop a product and you know what, it's good enough. Mm-hmm. Americans don't fix it if it's not broken, right? So we make a product and we just put it out there and it's sold.
Yeah.
And he said a word, and I can't remember what the word was in Japanese, and it means basically the Japanese strive for perfection, even though they know they're never going to achieve perfection. In other words, instead of don't fix it if it ain't broke, they're like, how can we make this better? Yeah. What can we do to improve the process or improve the product or improve the marketing or whatever the situation is? How can we do it better? Yeah. And that's what the Suntory merger, whatever, with Jim Beam has really, in overall essence, brought to the Jim Beam name.
I think maybe that's helped.
And I think that's awesome. And I'm excited about just for the two very short interactions. It's not like Freddie No and I are best buddies now. He signed a couple bottles for me. But I was really impressed by everything he said, and I'm excited about the direction. I've kind of poo-pooed on Jim Beam through,
Well,
I've been kind of a High West jinging and, even a Jack Daniels fanboy, but I really enjoy my tour of Jim Beam, and I've enjoyed my couple interactions with Freddie and Fred No. And as I explore more Jim Beam products, I have really appreciated them on a greater level. And I think you should too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, John, thanks for inviting me to your house.
Well, and thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing everything that you brought over today, which always you open my eyes to new things. Again, I've been drinking for many, many years, and you always introduced me to something new because, again, guys, we always get trapped into one product. And we never branch out. We always go to the bar, have that one drink. We never branch out. And this is why it's good to experience the channel, to learn what made be something, or what's something that you might like or enjoy, and you know it's worth a shot. No pun intended. Worth a shot. And but it's good to do. And Captain Mike, I cannot thank you enough for the signed autographs of the bottles here from Freddie. This is wonderful. Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Happy to do that.
Wonderful. I was supposed to go with him on a trip, and unfortunately, I could not do it. It was very heart-wrenching.
Well, Kentucky will still be there.
It was heart-wrenching, and but he at least shared with me his experience that he had, and I'm glad he had a good time doing it. And I felt I was with him during the process a little bit, but I rather would have been there. Okay,
it would have been fun. I did go to Kentucky by myself.
Nice. Yeah, it would have been nice.
I went by myself, and it was fun. But I
rather been.
You know it. You were taking care of your stuff, so
I take care of
it's fine.
Rather been with him.
Yeah. All right, my guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then like it, subscribe to see more of my content. I do both book and whiskey reviews, and I just did my 100th video. This is my second video with John here at his house. Yeah. Last time I was here, it was the second day you were in your house.
Second day we moved in, and
you've been here now for a few
I have
months.
some furniture.
And we're still outside because your house is very echoey.
It's very echoey.
So for now, let's see. I think you need some more whiskey so we can cheers.
Oh my God, absolutely.
You want Clermont?
You know what? I'm gonna do a Clermont steep. I'm gonna do that Clermont
pour a little
steep.
bit
And
for
you know what?
Man.
What a good birthday. You know, birthday was in July. Captain Mike comes out, takes me out, gets this. What a hell of a surprise.
We've been very busy between you and me.
And this was actually a. I'm not going to cry on camera, but God damn it, I would cry because that really does mean a lot to me. I wish you guys knew how much this really means to me, but it really absolutely does mean a lot to me that he would take the time to do that for me, because he has a lot of friends. But
like two. I have two friends.
He has a lot of friends, but you know, to do that for me, it really does mean a lot. And I really absolutely appreciate Captain Mike and his videos, and just educate me on the process of what he does and what he shows, and just to showcase the different flavors and notes and everything. Just follow him. Click the follow me button.
Wow, that
and subscribe.
That's I appreciate all that.
Yeah, if you 86 it off, that's okay.
And I do want to suggest, like, a friend of mine suggested that I look into Facebook and find some whiskey groups in my area, and that's how I knew that Freddie Noah was coming to town. I could get his bottles signed. So I would suggest you look in, your local community if you're into, want to expand. And if you're like me, you don't have any friends nearby you to drink with, then those groups are awesome. You can find out different events and go to tastings and bottle shares and things like that. So it just kind of helps to further our whiskey knowledge and journey and nerddom. I don't know, but it's been fun. So I thank you for sharing with me tonight, guys. And you know what to do. I hope you're reading something good and drinking something great. Turn those pages, my friends, and stay thirsty. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Captain Mike.
Holy shit, 56 minutes.